Alright everyone, I am back for episode 4. We're gonna do the conversations in the old Normandy, and then we'll we'll go to the Citadel and try and do as much of that stuff. I'll put a timer on this time, so we'll go for as long as the timer goes, and then I'll sign off, shall I? Alright, let's go. First person out the door is Ashley.
Hey, Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
He will be missed.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You earned it.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
How are you holding up?
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
Oh, you hope.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
Glad to have you.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
I'm not going to romance her. Dr. Chakwas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
If you could romance her, I would, but...
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
You can't.
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Any regrets?
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Let's investigate that. So originally, I think I already did the personal questions, didn't I? So, Captain Anderson.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
And Citadel.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
An L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Complications?
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Hayden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
And that's everything, so...
I should go.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Commander.
I will quickly see... if I can lower the sound a bit more quickly. Because when the music ramps up, it drowns me out. Apparently. That'll do. And Caden. I'm playing a male ship, so I can't romance him.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
And he doesn't have anything to say to me. There's Shepard. So I just... Oh yay, more stuff. Take off. I'm gonna sell it. So yeah, so actually, let's head down first. So there is a specific romance that I'm going to go for in this campaign, and by campaign I mean the entire trilogy. The character is in this game, but you can't romance them in this game. Inspector Mako to get the codex stuff and get the experience. So let's talk to the requisition officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Supplies?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Pay you?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Investigate the licenses.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Yeah, so the whole license thing, that's actually a fairly logical way of getting things sorted for companies. Like, only certain people are allowed to sell your products. It makes sense, especially when you're dealing with like military equipment and that, and firearms. Like, okay, in America, Walmart can sell firearms, but you wouldn't want like every shop selling firearms, and Walmart doesn't even sell all that many as far as I'm aware. Like, on a grand scale, like different varieties anyway. Meanwhile, like if you go to a dedicated gun shop, you'll get more variety based on the gun shop and everything. It makes sense. Anyway, manufacturers.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
So, new items?
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Yes, show me.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright, so first things first, gonna make as much money as possible, so won't sell the heavy armor just yet, but the Avengers I'll be selling. Won't sell the Storms I'll be selling. So, yeah, that'll be selling. Be selling the Guardian, because nobody's going on that. And the Onyx. The Kesslers. I'll keep the upgrades. Let's go back to buy. Can't really buy anything. How much is both of those are fine, so I'll buy both of those because they're useful. And yeah, I can't really afford to buy anything else. Yeah. So we'll keep moving, shall we? So yeah, so the person I'm going to romance in this entire campaign will be standing over there in this game. Let's just get all of the experience we can, and then let's talk to Engineer Adam.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Can't actually have a conversation with some of the people until after you become a Spectre. But it's good to come down here and get certain stuff sorted. Like, that whole conversation is a pain in the arse if you're doing it later in the game. I didn't even realise you could do that until I watched it on someone else's playthrough before I started doing mine. Getting that conversation out of the way early, I mean. So let's get up here, open the door, and talk to Navigator Presley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Everyone seems to be upset about Jenkins, which, I mean, I understand, but also, like, come on. He wasn't exactly a main character, was he? Right, Jacob?
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Look at that majestic space station.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony!
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Udina's a dick.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Right, so there's a computer console over here. Encrypt it, you get a quest. There we go. Get a quest. I can't bother reading it, let's be honest. Over there is the Volus and the Elcor. Get a hint of a quest over here. Talking to this guy.
I understand what you're saying. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
What's wrong?
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What happened?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where is she?
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
I could talk to Din and Kaelin, but to be honest, I'll do that later when I've come back to grab the scan of the Keeper. Because that's probably not going to happen this episode. Because we've still got, like, only halfway through and we've still got to get to
Allow me to be
the thing.
your guide.
But I do want to get some things sorted as I'm over here. So open that. Go here. Get that experience. More experience. They don't really have anything to say, not that much. That's the guy in charge of CSEC. I won't be talking to him yet because there's not really much to talk to him about at this precise moment in time. Another one. So, advisory. This is another quest. Ooh. Something about being Bartek, which I am. I'm going to take Caden to that mission because he was part of the whole thing with the Barteks.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she would. She'd be tossed out the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too. What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
He hasn't been with the consort.
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Where is she?
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Can't talk to you at the moment. Talking to you doesn't really get us anything. There's another keeper that we'll come back for when we need to do the scans. Another just random diplomat. Doesn't really say anything of any use. So, open this door. Head on down. Might as well go over to the consort and get that quest started.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
I will sprint. No point going down yet because you can't go into the wards or the CSEC area. And yeah. So that's where the Asari consort is.
That's nothing. I've had my office rearranged 5 times now. 5 times?
Now we'll talk to Nelina.
Welcome. I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
I need an appointment.
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Alright.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
Are you serious?
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
Investigate personal questions.
What do you do here, Nelina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
No.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
Sounds interesting.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Consort?
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
Is she mystical?
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
And that's all you can investigate, so you say
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nelina.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of course, mistress.
Look at that sexy body.
Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Sure.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
Alright, let's actually do that. We've got a few minutes left. I'm hoping we can get through this conversation before the end of the half hour. Up the stairs. Down here. Door control. Open. Shaila.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
Who are you?
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Tell me about it.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out, Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What went wrong?
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
Okay.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful. Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
She seems to always just have her back to you when you come in here. I think that changes when you complete this quest and she's standing in there looking forward, unless... I can't remember when you need to talk to anyone.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable. Many are a little unsure.
So there's Lelina, you just count, blah blah blah. Let's see how far I can get before the time runs out. Still got about 5 minutes according to my timer.
Huh. If you're gonna make a Krogan statue, you might as well make it big, right?
Hard to believe the Krogan were once seen as the saviors of the galaxy.
A bit harsh, actually. No, quickly, let's talk to the shopkeeper.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Let's see your goods.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Your speech?
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
Bit of a,
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
And
who are you?
Oh wait, that's the same thing.
This one's face name is Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
So let's see what's available.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
So there's non-human armors, upgrades, and standard items. At the moment, we don't have any non-human party members, so there's no point looking at that right now. Upgrades might be something useful to look at in a second, but we'll view these standard items. And we'll go to the bottom to get that. And then, is there anything here that's actually any good? Let's compare that with our current stuff. So, Phil, worse than what he's got, would be useful-ish for Caden. Yeah, that's mostly an upgrade for Caden. Liberator is terrible compared to... They're the same. Oh. Explorer... Again, kind of an upgrade, but not really. Phoenix... No... And the shotgun. So yeah, I can't even afford that anyway, so I won't say anything just yet because I can't remember I want to keep. And we leveled up, so let me just check. We're coming to the end of the time now, we've got a minute, so I'll do the level up on screen, show you what I'm planning on. So I'm gonna go up to full on charm, full on vanguard, And let's see. Yeah, unlocking shotguns is something I want to get done soon, so get the marksman, go up another 2 points in pistol. Once we've done that, then once we unlock shotguns, I'll get a few, try and max out shotguns, and then unlock barrier and max out barrier. Once I've done that, then I will probably go through assault training to get tactical armor, so I can get medium armor. So yeah, I'll do the rest of the leveling up and then we'll finish. So 4 points, 2 points into Sentinel. Yeah, start leveling up barrier for Caden. And then Ashley, 4 points, 2 points into Soldier. And the other 2 points into assault rifles. That's the one. So eventually I'm going to want to make my way through assault training to get fitness, to get immunity, because that's actually a really powerful skill. But yeah, so that'll be it for this episode, and that'll be it for today's episodes as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed, and hopefully you have a good time. Enjoy, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time.